So I want to take the time, take a break in my exhaustion uh, to kind of explain what these things are, right? Because you got a bunch of people just running around just talking, right? They're just going to talk, and don't know what in the fuck they're talking about, okay? So I'm going to clear everything up for everyone, okay? Because I did the light experiment. I saw what happens, which is why I know all of this stuff, yes? And like I said, it is a fight over the light. So that's part of it. Okay, that's part of it. Um, so, mixing different lights, right? If you have an LED light um, with with an amber bulb mixed with a other types of bulbs that emit like other um, light waves, yes, and you put them together, it can create visible waves through a recording device, right? So I took one of my earlier paintings, right? It looked like nothing on the surface, right? Just like the other one, right? And did this, mixed all of those lights together, and watched my painting literally animate, right? Like little things in there, just like moving and throwing things. It was nuts, right? Unfortunately, like I said, I lived with someone that just knew how to uh, darken my joy and my spirit, yes. And so when I was in my excitement at what I'd done and discovered, I didn't want people to hear it or see it, right? I think I've gone over this, but it's relevant, right? I was conscious of what others would think, right? They're looking at me and like all of my excitement, and here comes, someone there to just stomp all over it and make me feel like I'm sure everyone knows that feeling, yes. So, anyways, um, let's talk about the earth, right? The earth in a natural state has elements everywhere, it has minerals, resources, yada yada, and they all work together. Earth is like a big battery, yes. Think of how Earth operates, right? In its natural state, it it knows what to do, right? It knows when to rain. It knows when, you know, to whatever, right? And the seasons come and the seasons go, right? It is completely self-sustaining, created perfectly, right? Well, all of those minerals and resources, right, are part of the reason why it works. Yes, right? It's the reason why it works. Now, what these demons, or whatever you want to call them, have done is, well, redistributed resources, yes, through harnessing power through electric lines, um, digging out big deposits of um, anything, you know, lithium, quartz, all of these things, right? These essential things, right? That they make their technology with, right? So when they do that, what do you think happens? It creates an imbalance. It throws off the synergy, right? They are not working with the environment, they are working against it. They are redistributing resources, they are putting central points of energy in one place, right? Or wherever they choose to put them. And that throws everything off balance, right? It is the same. It is the same as with those that they coerced people to take. It is the same with everything, right? That they do. It's the same, yes. Because the body is fully, if you're human, right? The body is fully capable of repairing itself, doing what it needs to do, yada yada, just the way the earth does. So, what happens when you start redistributing that energy, right? And what happens when you start, changing those things around, right? Like we have technology now that we can keep in our houses, right? Creates these energy, these condensed places of energy. And then you hear them talk about 15-minute cities, right? So, what do you think that's going to do, right? If you look at this through my perspective, through my lens, it is not good, right? It's not good. It's not good. These things are not good, right? You hear them back there? Over there just digging up shit, yeah? And for what? Oh, whatever, your roads, right? So, there is a frequency mask over everything, yes? And it is slowly being stripped away. One of the not so good parts of doing what they're doing is there are other parts to this space, yes? Anyways, there is much more advanced things, right? Because it operates uh, synergetic, right? With the natural environment, it can easily knock out the fake one, yeah? Can easily override your radio signals. It can easily do a lot of things, yeah? This lamp over here, about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, like I walked out and I was like, oh, starting this shit, huh? Like, and then it blew, right? There hasn't been a bulb in it. Like, I mean, that's a city thing, anyways. Like, but yeah. Do you think it upsets me? No. Not at all, right? They're just carriers for signals, yeah. That's something else I want to talk about while I'm just flushing out all this shit that's on my brain, yeah. Trying to give everyone like cliff notes, right? Because, I don't know. I tried to like eat my yogurt last night before, whenever I was getting ready for work and stuff. And I got so nauseous and so sick. Like, I'm having a hard time eating. I haven't been eating any meat. Um, just because I feel like I don't need to during this time, yes. Um, And so, I listen to me. Okay. But, so I bought these, right, about 2 weeks ago. And I noticed last night, right, and I like this brand. I like J Labs. They're my favorite. I have tried the other huge commercialized, whatever. I have used them all. Okay. So I bought these about 2 weeks ago. And I didn't notice it until last night, but I put them in. And because I'm just in a loud environment, right? Like it can be loud out here sometimes, it can be loud at my work. It's unnoticeable, but it was really noticeable last night to me. I put them in, and there is a white noise, like a soft frequency that runs through these with nothing on as soon as you connect them to your phone. Now, could that be a me thing? Maybe, maybe. But my older ones, right? My older ones of this brand don't do that. And I actually find this frustrating. I could find it useful, I guess, but I don't particularly care for it, right? Because it creates another unnecessary extra noise, right? When I'm already trying to hear through particular noises. Yeah. And that's something else I want to mention. Everyone is so used to paying attention to the surface, right? When I'm talking to you, you're not paying attention to the background noise, right? You may need to watch it twice. You can listen to me once, listen to the background the next time, right? There are different layers to sound, right? It's like an onion, right? It is. So you can hear me, you can hear things, words in the back. People are not listening for that, right? I'm going to make a commentary, like video or whatever. I'm going to go over some topics that are like hot with everyone, but I'm going to record it like in my space with my frequency, right? And let you see what you hear in the background, because this least important. The eyes, everybody's like, I don't see anything. You don't see anything because you're not going to see what you don't know what to look for, right? If you don't know what you're looking for, you're not going to see anything, right? I've been doing this long enough. I know exactly what's what when I see it, right? Like I said, look at it more like little characters, because that's what it looks like, rather than what you're used to seeing. Yes. Um, so people are so used to looking at the obvious that they can't look past it because they don't know what they're looking for, right? All of this is a frequency thing, right? The frequency is changing. So you can look back at I found yesterday, I decided to just go through like some of the Vatican stuff where the Pope was in Congress, addressing Congress like 9 years ago or whatever. But you should see that I think it was the AP that did it. The Capitol building, right? And then I still framed it, right? And those little glowy eye things that were like behind me in the car, it's there, right? It's all there, okay? This shit is nuts, yeah? Yeah, people really need to like, especially during this time when a lot of things are happening and they're talking to like cover their shit. They are running you people in circles, right? Running you people in circles. Just unnecessary noise, right? Unnecessary noise. And even some of the stuff that's like said, like in my space or whatever, even I have to have like the discernment or whatnot. And the trick is not get caught up on things, yes. Like this really takes a solid, you know who you are, right? So no one can like convince you or blah, 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 right? Of something else, right? Or they can't use particular things to manipulate you, yes. You just have to know what you know. For real change to happen. Why do you think all of this stuff is happening? Yeah, right? You know? Somebody just needs to see it for what it is and say it for what it is, yeah? Truth is a hell of a drug. And authenticity is the most powerful frequency there is, right? So, that's that in a nutshell. Key points, key takeaways. They are redistributing resources via creating this technology, robbing the natural earth, a fully functional battery of its resources, yes, and redistributing it. And yeah, there's there's a price for that. And there's other more nefarious things, yes. I don't think the world is ready for, so we'll just stick to the basics, yeah. Uh, Remember, listen to this, but listen to that. See this, but look for that. Yes. Tricky electricity. Yes, it's tricky electricity. Yeah, it is. It is. Right? So, there's a little quick update, right, to catch everyone up to speed. It's been a little rough. Yeah, this month. When they do all their like little rituals and stuff like that, yeah. I think if people really saw who these people really are, it's a lot to digest, yeah.